Hi everybody, Chris here from Truly Holistic. In this video I want to show you a product that we call the cell phone tab. Such a small little device which we call light technology, but so effective, so practical, very inexpensive and in many ways to use it. Even though we call it a cell phone tab, obviously referencing its ability to mitigate and transmute discordant field and relevance to the cell phone. But there's many ways you can apply this very effective product. So the product is that cell phone tab. Why we call it light technology is because I'll show you what the base of the product is it's crystal powder. So what we do is with all the light products, which include cell phone tabs, which include coasters for water or any beverage, charging plates, the light stones that we use on the halos. We use them as an option that is similar to what a tensor ring provides. And a tensor ring is a physical anchor to bring in etheric energetics. So bring in frequencies, which again, when we're talking about frequencies, we're talking about consciousness, which is energy. We're talking about the building blocks of everything we perceive in the physical world. So, so a lot of the times these products are bringing in the original format or original frequencies or consciousness of these products, and that's how we can nullify, mitigate, transmute all this field that is then not good for us. Okay, because let's, for example, take analogy or example of medication, or even some supplements that are extracted forms, because they're not holistic, their whole entirety in regards to their energy and consciousness, then it's not bringing through all of its field, right? It's wholeness, right? It's balance, and this is where a lot of discordant field comes from. It because it's a projection of not its original form, right? All of its consciousness, all of its energy. It's just compartmentalization aspects of its energy or consciousness, quite often with human involvement. Funny that, right? So we get crystal powder and then we encapsulate in resin, right? So this is just a mold that we were able to make these little tabs, which are essentially crystal powder encapsulated resin. So in this example, we've got malachite, which is green crystal powder. And so we use a lot of crystals, so it's not really focusing on what that particular crystal can do, right? Here's another example. We've got gold mica crystal powder. We usually use clearer ones that use like rose quartz or citrine or something like that. What we're doing is we're using the crystal as a platform to anchor in. For me personally, I anchor in those etheric energetics, which we call an etheric template. Right, so I know how they're facilitated. I know where they originate from. This is one benefit in being a reality coach, which is a session option that we provide, that gives you greater understanding of reality itself, greater insights into reality itself, which includes your role within that reality, right, as a creator of reality. Now that having that background of all that knowing, or greater sense of knowing or insight, has really been, a great facilitator to extend it through these products. And that's what we do. So we have the crystal like that, we encapsulate in resin. I personally then anchor in the etheric template into the crystal. So now this becomes a physical anchor for those frequencies. And a lot of the times when we're doing the cell phone tabs, I'm anchoring in the earth, air, and water elements of the energetics. Now, the earth element, which is what we call the activation qubit. Qubit is a specific measurement that brings through, again, anchors through frequencies. It's a term that's used in tensor technology. And then we've got the gateway, which is the air element. And then we've got ascension, which is the water element. And that is bringing in, spectrums of frequencies. So we're talking about if you're going to apply this onto a cell phone, then we're going all the way back to the original state of consciousness that becomes the building blocks of that physical product. Okay, so so what that does, it transmutes a discordant field that would normally make you feel at unease or create an unbalanced effect onto your field. It's flipped into something that's more harmonious, which means it's more in alignment with your field. So it doesn't lower your vibration. It doesn't make your field become unbalanced. That you are able to maintain a balanced state, which is beneficial for your field, but also beneficial in regards to your health. So, so the next thing we do is we take a whole lot of stickers. So we grab one of these stickers, place it on there, and you get that, which has got some beautiful sacred geometry that we'll put on there. Okay, sacred geometry, or also known as form, this is where the word information comes from, is a translation of frequencies, by the way. Okay, so I always say that, you know, us as a creator, right? But any consciousness coming to this reality to have an experience is here to convert their formless frequencies into formed creation. Obviously, what formed means geometry, right? This is why this physical reality is based on geometry, form, right? So we get to that, and then what we do is then we get double-sided tape, and we put that on the other end of it, so you can then apply it to your phone. The other ways that you can use it, you can apply it to your iPad, you can apply it to your laptop computer or desktop computer. Other ways you can utilize these is you can place this on your water bottle, right? Because it's got the same energetics that we apply to water, because as I mentioned, it's got the water element in it. Again, connecting water back to its original state. You can also place it on a smart meter. Another way that we use this is we quite often apply it onto a plastic electrical plug. You know, those plugs that you put in electrical plugs to stop a baby putting their fingers into the electrical socket. You grab one of those, you stick this onto that, and what that does, it then enables this harmony effect, which has also got the earth element to ground, do a really good job with grounding the electricity that is going through the wiring in the walls of your home. Because there is such a thing as dirty electricity, and what dirty electricity is electricity that's leaking out of the wiring, and quite often it can come a few feet away from the walls. And of course, you know, when you are sleeping at night, your headboard is quite often right up against the wall. So what that does again is it gets rid of that dirty electricity and keeps the water more in aligned, more in its natural flow, more, you know, in formation, right? So we use that a lot in regards to that. But there's so many ways. I've even used these on my refrigerator, because the refrigerator gives off a lot of discordant field. So it's another way you can stick this onto your refrigerator. So there's many ways to use this, right? You can place it in the water, as I said. You play it on all your electrical devices. Anything that you know gives off a lot of positive ionization. We know positive ionization is not the ionization you want. It creates inflammation on the body, which we can just simply call discordant field. You can also apply it onto your modem or router, right, in regards to Wi-Fi, because what do we use these for? To mitigate, transmute all EMF, all dirty electricity, all Wi-Fi, 5G, all those sorts of things that we know is not in alignment with a balanced field. It's a discordant field in its origin. So these are wonderful products, and we are going to put, as this video comes out, we're going to put a special on where you can buy 2, and if you buy 2, you get 1 free. Okay, so they're quite an inexpensive product for what they do already, but we're going to give you even a better deal. And you can get that at trulyholistic.net/products/. Catch you later.